I mean, a lot of things went well. I went in first event as a freshman at NCAA's and won the 1 meter, which is an event I don't typically do that well at. So that was the first thing that went really well. The consolation finals on 3 meter went well. All my dives went, like, I couldn't ask for them to go any better in that final. Unfortunately, they didn't go well in the prelim, but that's the nature of the beast. That's how diving goes. And then platform went really well, set 2 new personal records, one in the prelim, and then I set it again in the final. Only 2 points past the last one, but a PR is a PR. But all in all, the week went really well. My dives went really well. I was consistent. I was feeling good, and I'm really happy with how my performance went. Like, my goals are still, I want to go compete in the Olympics. I want to do well in the Olympics. I want to go to the World Championships again this summer. I want to do well at those meets, and we've got the World Championship qualifiers in a few days actually, so I'm kind of preparing for that. But doing well at the NCAA's is just kind of a milestone in my career, and I'm really happy with how it went. But my goals are still focused internationally, and I want to do well at those bigger international meets. That's something Adam told me at NCAA's after the 3 meter. He's like, all right, you didn't dive that well in that prelim. We're going to do well in the console. What can you learn from that event? What can you learn from the dives that went well? What can you learn from the dives that didn't go well? And I've just started to apply that, looking back at this past season, to every single meet. I've just been looking back, what can I learn from each individual dual meet? What did I do well? What didn't I do well? What can I learn from a mental aspect? What can I learn from a physical aspect? And how am I going to grow in those new learning experiences? And I've learned a lot this season over all of the dual meets, all of those competitions, and I feel like we just put everything together all at once in this meet, and it worked out really, really well. Yeah, I mean, especially on the 1 meter, doing well on that event gives me a lot of confidence, because it's like, that event's really, really hard, especially for someone that's taller, because all those other guys, they spin so fast, and I can jump high, but I can't spin as fast as them, and just doing as well as I did against them gave me a lot of confidence for the rest of the week and the rest of the season leading up now. Yeah and no. I mean, yeah, it's super cool that I won 2 NCAA titles as a freshman. NCAA titles are very, very huge. Only 3 divers or something from Purdue have done that. But at the same time, my goals are kind of elsewhere. They're kind of higher up. They're kind of bigger. But I'm not going to diminish this. I'm not going to put it down and be like, oh, it's just NCAA title. No, it's super big, super cool, and I'm really proud that I was able to do it for my school. But now it's time to move on to the next thing and start refocusing for the Olympics. I leave next Wednesday for the World Championship qualifier meet, the Synchro Trials, or the Synchro Nationals, I think they're called. So David and I are going to compete 10 meter synchro there, and if we win that event, we will be going to the World Championships this summer for 10 meter synchro. I'm not sure yet. I haven't talked to my coach about all this yet. I haven't had time to sit down and just talk to him in a while, just because right when we got back, I have 3 exams this week, I have 2 projects due this week, and I have a paper that was already due this week. So I haven't had time. I haven't even had practice since I've been back. But I don't know. I need to talk to him about that, see what he wants me to do, especially leading up to the Olympics. We don't want to be too tired going into Olympic trials and then again into the Olympics. So he knows what he's doing. I'm just going to trust what he says, do what he says. Yeah, it'd be cool to have Big Tens here at Purdue and do well. But at the same time, I know that it'd be wise just to do what he says and not focus on what I want to do. I think it's just because I have a lot of fun with it. I come to practice. I enjoy doing flips. It's fun to me. I love jumping on that springboard thing. I like jumping off that big, tall platform. Most people, they see diving as like a job, or like, I'm here, I'm going to do my dives and go home. Whereas I'm like, yeah, I get to do flips. I mean, there's not a lot of people in this world that can do a lot of flips, so I'm just going to enjoy it while I can. So.